Welcome back. All right, so there is a flick getting a ton of buzz on Netflix. It is a Netflix original. It's called The Power of the Dog. And so the more reviews that we read, sort of the more intrigued we became with this film.
Yeah, we'll talk more about the movie later, but first, watch this clip from CBS Sunday Morning so you'll know what we're talking about.
25 years since our first run together. 1900 and nothing.
That's a long time.
Not too damn long.
In the new Netflix film, The Power of the Dog, Benedict Cumberbatch is a cowboy in 1920s Montana who can ride, rope, and roll a smoke with the best of them.
I wonder what little lady made these.
Actually, I did, sir. My mother was a florist, so I made them to look like the ones in our garden.
Oh, well, do pardon me. They're just as real as possible.
He's also a world-class bully who seems to take delight in tormenting some of those around him.
Now, gentlemen, look, see, that's what you do with the cloth.
It's really just for wine drips.
Oh, you got that, boys? Only for the drip.
The movie is both a searing psychological drama and a meditation on toxic masculinity. On the set, and with director Jane Campion's encouragement, Cumberbatch also dug deep into what it meant to be a real working cowboy.
And did you fully embrace it in that you did not shower?
Yeah. I mean, not for the whole shoot. That would be kind of dangerous, I think. I might have become a biohazard. But I did, for a whole week and a bit at the beginning of the shoot, at the beginning of the rehearsals, rather, I did, yeah.
For more than a week?
Yeah. That's quite something in the 21st century, to just not wash.
You had to learn so many different skills.
I mean, a ludicrous number of skills. And
For the record, the 45-year-old actor cleans up pretty well.
Can you whistle?
I can, he says with a bit of an in-breath. That kind of thing.
Oh, that's pretty good.
And there's talk he might also clean up at next year's Oscars, which is no surprise to anyone who's seen him on screens big or small.
Shut up, everybody, shut up! Don't move, don't speak, don't breathe. I'm trying to think.
This is how the wider world came to know Benedict Cumberbatch, the 2010 BBC series Sherlock.
Okay, so I never saw Sherlock.
Yeah.
Not real familiar with him, although I do know who he is. He was incredible in this movie, I will say. His performance was great.
Oh, yeah.
But I will also say there are some twists and turns that I did not see coming. A lot of really deep characters, really deep characters. But what got me, Tom, was when I walked in the next day and I said, raise your hand if you've seen The Power of the Dog. And Tom said, I have. And I said, could you explain that movie to me?
I went, no. No, and everybody will take something different from this movie, I think.
agree, yeah.
But at the end, you know, and not to reveal anything at all, I just kind of went, what?
Yeah.
For me, it was that kind of ending.
The performances were really good.
Yes.
It would be interesting to hear what our audience thought of it. Like I said, there were some things that evolved that I did not see coming at all.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, and it could be that I got momentarily distracted and missed something, there were moments that I went back and I thought, now what on earth did that have to do with anything? I had a lot of those when I was like, you know, I spent a couple hours. At one point, I asked Siri how long the movie was.
Yeah.
That should tell you something. I picked up my phone and said, because I thought, okay, I've been in it this long. I have to know how it ends. My husband gave up. He said, I'm just lost. I don't get it. He thought it was super slow. It was pretty slow.
Yeah, well, that's the character study idea.
Yeah.
They let it all develop, and there is not a weak performance in this movie.
They're really good.
It's just toxic masculinity.
Yeah.
That's a huge part of the movie, which is Cumberbatch. So I mean, as far as portraying a character, he was incredible. I mean, The Imitation Game was another. So he's not just Doctor Strange or Sherlock. He he has some chops. He's very good. So
He was great. Kirsten Dunst is
Yeah.
monumental in the movie. The young man, I'm not sure his name, he
Yeah.
was really good in it also.
everybody was good.
Good, interesting characters. But anyway, if you've seen it, it's worth a watch if you're looking for something, if you like Westerns, but it's a departure from what you're used to.
Yeah.
Eager to hear what our audience thinks about it. So there you go.
That'll be interesting, and we'll hear more as the weeks and months go by. I'm
Yeah,
sure.
you're hearing Oscar buzz for him. That could totally happen, but I still need an explainer. Okay, up next, an Ozarks